And we have a very special guest today. He kind of blew up a couple of years ago when Perez Hilton wrote about him. And it's been a few years since we've had an album, but he's back and he's here to perform for us live. Please welcome Eric Hutchinson.
Love you from the bottom of my heart. That's not gonna change, but things look grim when I am watching you watch him. I give you the best a man can hope to give. I'm not feeling brave, chances are slim. I am watching you watch him. Oh, what is left to learn? Well, he would let you crash and burn. He never gives attention, but you still yearn. Where do I fit in when I'm watching you watch him? God only knows why I still wait around, except I hate to see you cry. And I need you, there are things I cannot do, and I want you. But he's playing all his games, and it gets hard to tell who's the victim when I am watching you watch him. Oh, what is left to learn when he would let you crash and burn? He never gives attention, but you still yearn. Where do I fit in when I am watching you watch him? God only knows why I still wait around, except I hate to see you cry. And I need you, there are things I cannot do, and I love you like a broken record plays. But I'm a window pane, a phantom limb, when I'm watching you watch him. And I am watching you watch him. When I am watching you watch him. Hey, 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 hey.
Woo! Wow. Thank you so much for coming in, Eric Hutchinson.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We've been playing that song here on the radio for a few weeks now, but it's so nice to have you performing it for us live, watching you watch him.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun playing it live. You know, it's always nice when you like the music you make.
Yeah. And you've got a new album coming out April 17th, Moving Up, Living Down.
Yes.
This took a while to get out, didn't it? Because I feel like I saw an interview with you almost 2 years ago where it was supposedly coming out in a few months.
Well, I always say it's coming out because it sounds better than, oh, it's never coming out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, my last album had sort of an interesting trajectory where it sort of had multiple releases. I mean, I made it independently and put it out myself. And then, as you mentioned, Perez Hilton got it. And that was sort of like another shot in the arm, and things really took off from there. And then it kind of went away again. We got picked up by Warner Brothers, and the album was put out again through the label there. So it was sort of, it took a while. And some people who are the cool people who are up front on the record and found out about it real early,
Yeah.
they've had to wait longer than people who found out about it like towards the end.
And you kind of left out a step for people that don't know that even before the Perez Hilton thing, you had been signed to Madonna's record label when she had one.
That's true, yes.
And then it went away.
Yeah, I've bounced around and I've learned a lot from it all. So it's good, I mean, I think I was not ready to do it before. I was signed to Madonna's label kind of early, and it was a great learning experience to have the whole thing taken away. I thought I was going to be the Mr. Cool and to
like
have
doing
it.
Pilates with Madonna.
Yeah, exactly. But in the label folder, I never got to make the album, and it was a good. It really refocused me. It made me remember that I was doing it because I loved the music and not because I wanted to be cool and famous and all that stuff.
What I thought was interesting about that is the record label that you didn't get to make an album for went away, but they had to pay you out. So you took that money and then you went and made your album with that money.
Yeah, it was. I've caught a couple of really lucky breaks, so I feel very privileged to be here doing it now.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the new album, Moving Up, Living Down. The title, you said it's sort of like a Chutes and Ladders kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, Moving
life.
Up, Living Down, to me, it's about a lot of transitions that I was going through. I made the first album, I was living with my parents in the suburbs of Maryland in the house I grew up with, and now I live in New York City, and I moved there after the new album, I was writing the new album, and there was a kind of a culture shock there, and also, I think the album's kind of about finding my place in young adulthood and kind of growing into those years after school, which I think a lot of people don't talk about, which was, there were some growing pains for me there, and I think a lot of that stuff is in the music, and so far people have really echoed that back to me. People have heard the stuff, said, oh, you're really, you're touching something that I've always felt and didn't really know other people were going through, so it's been nice.
What do you think that is? Is that like we're supposed to be adults now, so we should know how we're
yeah,
doing
exactly.
it?
I feel like people talk about teenage years a lot, and that's really difficult, but then it's like once you're out of college, you're expected to start being adult right away, but you're not really ready to be, and you don't know what you're doing. Even when I knew what I wanted to be doing, I didn't know what I was doing at all. And so I just think there's a couple of years there, and that's kind of what it is. Moving up, living down is kind of growing up and settling down, and it's kind of all that stuff. And I mean, my situation was also different because I was traveling so much and kind of saying hello and goodbye to all these people at once. So I think a lot of that emotional stuff was all in the songs when I was writing it.
Now, I've read that you wrote something like 100 songs for this album.
I write a lot of
that
songs.
pretty common when writing an
For
album
me,
that you write a
I
bunch
mean-
and then just you trim and trim and trim?
Well, I mean, for me, I could always write more songs. I mean, that's what I do. I think of myself as a songwriter first before anything else. And so, yeah, I mean, when I'm home and not touring, I get up and I write a song or two every day. I do like a punch card. I got a little punch card in my office and 9 to 6 or whatever. So, I mean, for me, I just write as much as I can because that always makes the, numbers better. I always up to this album, I was always still like, I could do one more, I could squeeze one more on, and that song I just played, Watching You Watch Him, was one of the last ones that kind of came to the album. So
how do you know, as the writer and sort of being inside it, how do you know, oh, this is a keeper, as opposed to like, okay, I wrote that, but that one's going on the shelf?
Sometimes I can tell right away. Sometimes I don't even bother sending it to anybody. I sort of will sulk for a little while and get mad I just created this piece of junk. But, it depends. I've got a really good group of sort of taste makers that listen to my stuff and give me constructive criticism. And usually the songs that end up being the most popular kind of raise their hands on their own, and everyone kind of agrees on them. So hopefully, I mean, that's what I wanted, every song on the album to be super excited about, which I am. So, I mean, that's great for me because I love to be able to go out and sing them every night.
Yeah. Do you ever revisit, like you've finished a song and then you're like, I don't think so, and then come back to it 6 months later, oh yeah, and maybe this was the piece that was missing from it?
Sort of an extreme example of that is the song Break Down More that's on the record. I put that on a live album 10 years ago maybe and kind of forgot about the song, thought it would go away, and it showed up on Pandora and a couple other places, and fans started really gravitating towards it and asking for it at the shows and tweeting me about it and emailing me and really wanting the song, and I honestly didn't even remember how to play it anymore. So I kind of dusted it off and kind of redid a couple of tweaks, it made more sense to me now. And now it's on the album, and it's one of my favorite songs, and it's really, the fans pushing me to kind of re-fall in love with it again.
Yeah. And I know you do read your Twitter, as you
I
told me
do.
before the interview started. You read a tweet that I wrote about you today, because I wanted to ask you about LL Cool J's hats, because you were tweeting about that during the Grammys constantly.
Yeah, I've become a little obsessed with live tweeting. So I live tweeted the Super Bowl and the Grammys. I'm going to do the Oscars. But yeah, I was doing an LL Cool J hat watch to see if he would take his hat off, because it was a little silly to me. I thought he had this great suit on. He looks good. I've seen him without the hat. He's got a good shaped head and everything. I didn't understand why you have to wear the hat with it.
He's bringing street cred to the Grammys.
I guess so.
Now, was that Samuel L. Jackson one? Was that you?
I made that up.
I
yeah.
thought you made that up.
I did a fake quote from Samuel L. Jackson telling him to turn the hat around at least to give it some variety.
So you watched the Grammys, obviously. What was your favorite moment of the show?
I liked a lot of it. I mean, I thought Adele did a great job. Honestly, my favorite thing because a lot of things I was expecting, but the one that was a total surprise to me was the Etta James cover, which is one of my favorite songs that was done by Alicia Keys and Bonnie Raitt. I thought that's to me what the Grammys should be is, different generations coming together, singing different song. I mean, I thought it was, both of them sounded excellent, and I'm hoping that thing comes out on iTunes. I'd love to get that version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you have another song for us.
Yeah.
What are you going to play for us now?
This song's called The Basement, and I went to a club outside of Boston after one of my shows, and they were only playing 45s. There was a DJ just playing old music from the 50s and 60s, and I had the best time ever. So I wrote the song about it. It's called The Basement. I'm going down to the basement, y'all, where people have a good time. The parties that I hit have nothing to do with my ears are going out of their mind. Down here they play the real thing, songs that really were rock and roll. It's a cliche to put it this way, but they don't make them like that anymore. So if they put me in the spotlight, I'm never leaving the floor. I'm going down to the basement. I'm going down to the basement. I'm going down to the basement, 'cause I really wanna rock and roll. An older man gets on the mic, tells us to hang our burdens up. He says songs you hear today all start to get in the way till you're barely even feeling the love. He drops a needle on a pop song. He drops a needle on some soul. And I watch a pair fall in love over there, dancing to songs that parents would know. So everybody give me room now. Watch me cut a rug in the show. I'm going down to the basement. I'm going down to the basement. I'm going down to the basement, 'cause I really wanna rock and roll. Party people, sweat out tonight. Let your body do just what it likes. No, I just wanna hear something from before my ears. Dance soldiers, forgetting our day jobs, trying to get our funk on. 'Cause we came to rock and roll. I'm going down to the basement. I'm going down to the basement. I'm going down to the basement, 'cause I really wanna rock and roll. 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 Said I really wanna rock and roll.
Yeah, Eric Hutchinson live in studio.
Can we put in some applause or something
Yeah,
later on?
yeah. Was a smattering though. Just
Yeah,
a small
like a
smattering.
golf clap.
There we go. The new album, once again, Moving Up, Living Down, April 17th is coming out. I'm assuming you're going to go on tour, because I know you tried all those songs out on tour.
Yeah. We got a whole tour coming out. The dates are going to be up any day now, so I'm pumped. It's going to be a full nationwide tour. And
who you going on the road with?
We'll be headlining this one, and then something else in the summer, I think. I don't know. I don't really know. I just go where they tell me, and I play the songs.
And you're doing a little show called Letterman next week.
And I'm playing Letterman. I'm really excited.
You were here
for
first,
that.
though. I'd just like to point that out.
That's true. I was here first. I'm really excited for Letterman. We've done a lot of the late night shows, but not that one, and I'm a huge Letterman fan. Although I'm really bummed, because I've had this top 10 book, his top 10 lists that I got, 15 years ago or something. I used to read it all the time. And so I emailed my mom. I said, I'm playing Letterman. Can you get the book? I want to have him sign it. And she goes, I just threw it out.
It always happens.
Typical.
My mom doesn't throw anything out. She's a pack rat, and I had that too. Like, I wanted something that I need that, and she's like, we just moved. We don't have it anymore. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so Eric Hutchinson. Check out the tour dates on erichutchinson.com.
Yeah. Check me out on Twitter if you're feeling insane.
Yes, live tweeting the Oscars in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and I live tweet the rest of my life too. So.
And go get the new album. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.